So, how did this adventure start? This video is actually pretty old, back from 2022, and some years earlier I was just looking for something to watch while I eat, and I was scrolling to YouTube, as usual, and then a video by the proper people, an urbex channel I really like to watch, caught my eye. The main part of the video shows them entering a room full of IBM computers and keyboards. In the video, they mention that the keyboards are completely rusted and not worth saving. But as someone who has always been obsessed with keyboards, especially vintage mechanical keyboards, I was instantly fascinated. I just could not believe that they were beyond saving. For context, the keyboards shown in the video are actually IBM Beamspring keyboards, most of them, and they are extremely highly sought after in the community, fetching absolute high prices on eBay. But honestly, the price did not really matter to me. I just wanted to get my hands on one and restore it. At that point, I already own a Beamspring keyboard, but I really wanted to prove that it's possible to save one of them and that leaving them behind would be an absolute shame. After doing some research, I managed to track down the location. Milan, specifically a suburb called Saronno. Do not worry, the location is not that important anymore. As you can see, the proper people visited this spot around 2019. And I was there in 2022. You can see this place has changed a lot, and it's currently completely demolished. Nowadays, there's absolutely nothing to left of this place, and it looks like a new building is already going up. The fact that it was being demolished was a double-edged sword. On one hand, I had to rush. On the other hand, it took away some of the guilt of taking something from a lost place. Normally, nobody should ever do it, but in this specific case, the whole place was going to be completely destroyed anyway, and that keyboard would have just been crushed some weeks later and shredded along with everything else. So the timeline begins in 2022. With nighttime temperatures dropping below freezing and my gear being pretty bad, I set off for Italy. My main mission was to save that keyboard and ship it back home. So after escaping the Flixbus shady area filled with drug dealers and prostitutes, I'm now heading to the inner city of Milan, but I decided it would be nice to make a second part of a vacation. So my goal for today, in Milan there's a big lost place which was a clothing factory. In the past it was like a hotspot for refugees and homeless people. So I'm dropping all my stuff before in the locker and just go there with my GoPro. There's a room completely filled with IBM keyboards and computers, and I really want to see it. Actually, it seems they're breaking down. Oh shit. Not much stuff left. I don't know if there's security actually inside this thing. Doors wide open. At this point, you could pretty much hear a lot of people being inside this building and rumoring around, and I wasn't really sure where the room was, so I just searched through all of the building, because it's not straight and has a lot of hidden rooms. Some parts being only reachable by hidden stairs, and I was almost giving up because I searched through so many rooms. And honestly, I was a bit scared because I heard some people shouting in the building and going up the stairs, but I never saw anyone crossing my path, so I just kept searching. And then I reached the roof. And I was thinking, am I stupid? Did I miss the room through all my searches? Or did the room get scrapped and was empty and I just didn't remember how it looked? And I was questioning, should I leave the building or just search again? Luckily, I decided to search again, because there were definitely some rooms I overlooked, and luckily I found my first IBM keyboard, but not the kind I searched, but it was my first clue for where I have to look for the room. And then I found the room, and I was pretty relieved and also pretty disappointed, because this doesn't really look like in the video. Maybe the para people were completely right and every keyboard was rusted to hell. And I could not believe that no keyboard was laying upside down and was kind of sheltered from the rain. And I tried to search and search for this single keyboard that was kind of not completely rusted and not broken. So as you can see, the Beamspring keyboards were mostly completely rusted to hell. And the centuries of pitch and shit and rain from the roof didn't do that well with the unprotected metal. The reason I decided to touch this completely in pitch and shit covered keyboard was that I was searching a glimpse of hope, because not a single key of any of those keyboards was pressable, and this one also not worked. As a little reminder, I'm searching especially for a Beamspring keyboard, the ones you can see frontal completely rusted in the shot. And then I found it, the perfect keyboard. Just joking, it looked rusty as hell like all others, but I don't know, I just took this one, because sometimes you just have to decide and they look all equally shit. And I left the building and was a bit startled by someone shouting at me, but when I looked, it was just a local stealing a door on a bicycle and he was just showing me the exit. And even more funny, in front of the building there was a person with 2 big IKEA bags who wanted me to pay him to carry my stolen stuff. And yeah.
There was some noise, and when I came down, there was actually a grandpa stealing a fucking door on his bicycle, and he even told me where to get out. So I hadn't any luck finding a sleeping spot. The city is really dense, and I mean it's the weekend. There are a lot of people and also a lot of homeless people, and so it's really hard to find something. Also there are small fences, so I'm going now to an official camping ground, like camping with a car or something, and I will try to just sleep in the parking lot. I mean it's also a field, and I saw there's a field next to it without a fence, and it's kinda away from the city. You see what I mean? Everything has this small fence around it, and I'm not sure if I should climb it. Probably not. Let's see on this side. also. So I'm sitting here on this kind of self-made bridge, and the fence has like multiple holes, or like an entrance for cars, and it's not really dark.
So let's see how clever it is to sleep on a bridge that's built for people crossing over a dry river.
So sun will go up in some minutes, and I think I didn't sleep at all. It was a really shit place. There was constant noise, and at I think around 0 there was even a guy, like an old guy, came up with a bicycle, and I think he wanted to drive over the bridge, but yeah, he was really nice to me and said yeah, he just takes another way. He wishes me a good night, but I think it's now around 2 degrees or 0 degrees, and it's really freezing. You can see how cold it is. The grass is frozen. So I didn't film it, but I managed to sneak in this, I think, caravan camping space. I just walked by the reception and nobody said something. So yeah, I hope they don't control. And I use this line and some trash bags I found earlier to make a tarp. And then I go to sleep. Today it will be around 0 degree. Shit, there was probably from this morning some water inside this condensation or something. Yeah, it's now wet. I will see what I can do. I present to you the trash bag tarp 1.0. Sadly there was only one trash bag. Today I will cook some noodles. So I think they will go really easy in my jet boil, because it only needs like 3 minutes. So I can heat up the water and just put them in to give some tomato sauce. So, good morning. It was cold in the night, but not as cold as I expected. The problem is in the morning, I think my sleeping bag got wet. Yeah, from condensation or something, because my feet really became frozen. So I went inside this bathroom, and I was like, I think sitting 2 hours in the bathroom, heating up and checking what to do today. Today I will probably walk around in Bologna and driving then to Rimini. And actually there I have a hotel room because I need to recharge my stuff. Also to shower and sleep a night. And today I will also ship the keyboard back to my home. It was really annoying like having this piece in my backpack the whole time. So I packed all my stuff up, and I think every post office in Bologna has only 1 star.
So let's find out if they are really this bad or Italians just like to complain. I think in the end both of it is probably true, and my experience in the post office was kind of mixed. It was a long line with me waiting and a lot of miscommunication, and they told me I can't ship the package if I don't have an Italian address. So I called one of my Italian friends, and yeah, it was a lot of back and forth, and in the end I was finally able to ship this package.
This is some brutalist looking stuff. It's like multiple buildings. Crazy. Italy really loves the fences. They're fucking everywhere, everything's fenced off. This really is a nice yard. Yeah, it was it.
After visiting Bologna, I drove to Rimini, a pretty interesting town. Not the town itself, but the story surrounding it. Around 50 years ago, an Italian engineer built a platform in the ocean and called out a micronation, and the Italian government was not amused and blew it up with explosives. There's a pretty interesting Netflix story about it, which may be a bit glorifying, but yeah, interesting to watch it.
And tomorrow I will stay till evening and then take a BlaBlaCar to the next destination. I think this is a shotgun shell or something, 20mm Winchester. Another shotgun shell. Maybe they should stop fishing with like shotguns. So I'm meeting now my BlaBlaCar driver a bit outside of the city.
So my next goal was to visit an abandoned mountain town, which was evacuated during an earthquake some years ago. And you might know it from Shai's video. And after seeing his video, it was kind of the same as the first location. I really want to visit it before it was completely renewed or destroyed. But don't expect a super professional exploration. It was more for fun.
So I'm now in this mountain town after I think some hours driving with BlaBlaCar. It was really a nice drive. And yeah, I'm now heading straight to this abandoned town I want to visit. And I don't have a car, so I'll be walking I think 2.5 hours, around 12 kilometers. And maybe I sleep on the way. I'm not sure if it's a good place to sleep on the way to the town, or maybe I just go to the town and sleep in one of the buildings. No. Yeah, I will see. It's not the easiest task to get this town because there isn't really a footpath or something. It's just walking in the street. And this is even good, I think. At some point there will no walking space or something. And it's night, so it's kind of dangerous. It's actually an owl sitting on this sign. Actually, I'm pretty near. This is the last town before it. Those dogs are fucking annoying. So actually I will not go to the town now. I will go to the town in the morning. The view is just so good. I'll just sleep here on the green. So I make some food. I just put my stuff here. This is kinda nice. And today it will be some mashed potatoes. Yeah, with nothing. The spot is really nice. You can see the stars, the city, and even there's this kind of structure. It's so damn cold. It's fucking water is frozen. It's around 4 o'clock. I make now a tea to get warm again. I think the biggest problem are my feet. And sometime later I will go to the town. I think this was by far the best sleeping spot till now. And the sun is rising. I stepped under this kind of construction here and pack my stuff. I will go now to this mountain town. It's still 15 minutes away. And it's really beautiful. But the dogs are like barking the whole night. The sun's going up, and I think on the way there's some church. I will see if it's abandoned or not. I'm really excited about to see the town.
So this is the last shot of this video, and in the next video, which will be coming soon, you can see if I was able to restore the keyboard in this 4 years and what kind of measures I had to take to make my dream come true.